Hello and welcome to 4Accelerator. I'm your host Zoo, and today we are going to start a domination playthrough as Ambiorix leading Gaul. I just finished a stream recapping a cultural victory, so I showed you how to do that, at least in an abbreviated form, but this time we're going to do a full playthrough going for a domination victory instead. So I've picked Ambiorix here, Deity difficulty, standard game speed. I'm going to try the new Highlands map type. The good thing about this is it will give lots of hills for lots of mines, which are very strong for Gaul. But lest you think I'm stacking the deck, let's check out some of the civs that I've picked. So I've gone with all of the newest civs and leader personas. So we got Basil here, we've got Magnificence Catherine, we've got Lady Six Guy Menelik, Simon Bolivar, Rough Rider Teddy, and Pachacuti. So Menelik in particular gets a lot of advantages from hills, so does Pachacuti. Teddy also gets the Rough Rider, which benefits from hills. So the fact that we are on the Highlands map hopefully doesn't stack the deck too far in our favor. Some other civs will be strong there as well. Simon Bolivar with his extra movement will do very well on this map as well. The hills are going to slow down our conquest quite a bit. And Pachacuti will also benefit a lot from the mountains that are common on the Highlands. So hopefully it's not too far in our favor just because it's Highlands with Gaul. But in any case, we are also doing standard map size, so that's 8 civs. I'm playing with dramatic ages on and secret societies on because I want to play with some Gallic vampires. Disaster setting, just the default 2, city states the default 12. I'm doing balanced start position, and I think that covers just about all of the starting configurations, so let's hop in. What's this? I already have +4 era score. That's from my Gaisate, my unique warrior unit. Why don't we jump into our abilities? I already covered these in the video I recorded yesterday, but we can cover the abilities again. That video will be listed as soon as YouTube finishes processing the edits I made. But for now, we've got the Gaisate. I looked it up, and this is a Latinization of a Greek word, but the Greek word presumably is meant to transliterate the Gallic word for a warrior or a javelin thrower or something along those lines. So in Greek, or Latin, it would be Gaisatai. In Gallic, it's probably, I'm guessing, I don't speak any Celtic languages, but I'm guessing it would be more like Gaisate or something like that. So I'm just going to say Gaisate, even though in Greek or Latin it'd be more like Gaisatai. In any case, it's a Gallic unique ancient era unit that replaces the warrior. This unit has increased cost and receives +10 combat strength when fighting units with a higher base combat strength, +5 combat strength versus district defenses. So this is a great early unit for early domination. It's hopefully going to propel us forward for some early conquest. The unit is helped out by the King of the Eberrones benefit. That is Ambiorix's leader ability. Your civilization gains culture equal to 20% of the unit's cost when a non-civilian is trained. Melee, anti-cavalry, and ranged units receive +2 combat strength for every adjacent combat unit, including enemy units, not just your own. So in addition to the +10 or +5 combat strength the Gaisate can get, they can also get +2 per adjacent unit, meaning that they can get up to a +22 combat strength if they're totally surrounded by 6 units and fighting someone stronger. So that's pretty strong. It costs a little bit more, but that cost is worth it because you'll also be getting culture as you produce these units. Speaking of culture, Gaul's civilization ability is Hallstatt Culture. Mines provide a minor adjacency bonus for all districts, a culture bomb of unknown territory, and receive +1 culture. Specialty districts do not receive a minor adjacency for being adjacent to another district, and these districts cannot be built adjacent to the city center. So their unique ability is to make use of mines heavily, which gives them some culture, some extra territory, and that just comes with a drawback of not being able to build districts adjacent to the city center and not getting minor adjacency from other districts. This ability is the one that affects Gaul the most. The Gaecite leads to some early domination potential, but Hallstatt culture, I would say, is the one that really determines how you're going to settle, how you're going to think about your cities. Finally, they have the Oppidum district, district unique to Gaul, that's cheaper and available earlier than the district that replaces the industrial zone. The industrial zone, usually available at apprenticeship in the medieval era. The Oppidum is available at ironworking at the start of the classical era. The Oppidum district is defensible with a ranged attack, just like an encampment. When the first Oppidum is constructed, the apprenticeship technology is unlocked, which is excellent. That unlock will give you some era score from being the first to research a medieval tech, most likely, if you do it soon enough. Apprenticeship will let you construct a workshop in your Oppidum right away, and apprenticeship improves the production on mines by 1. So as soon as you build your first Oppidum, your already good mines are going to be that much better. The Oppidum doesn't receive the ordinary adjacency bonuses from districts and resources. It instead receives +2 production bonus if adjacent to a quarry or strategic resource. So we're going to be looking for quarries and strategic resources specifically, as well as hills for mines and so on, to create the strongest Oppida that we can. That production is going to help us build our Gaecite and other units to rush the enemy. Training those units is going to give us more combat strength the more units we have, and give us culture to keep us in the cultural game as we go. So that is our game plan. Let's have a look at the map. Let's turn on our yields. So I am on freshwater, I'm on a lake. I'm also on a hill. This is a plains hill. It's a good tile to settle for most civilizations because settling on the plain hill, it'll remove the trees, that'll take away a production, but it'll give us 2, the city will default to 2 food and 2 production, which is the most you can get without settling on a bonus resource in your city, and that only works for plains hills. But we are Gaul. We would like as many mines as possible. So I probably don't want to settle on the plains hill. I think I would prefer to move on to this flatland woods tile, settle that, use this for a chop and then a mine early in the game. That mine will do a culture bomb of these tiles. I can put a mine there and a mine there to culture bomb out to the citrus very quickly. So that's probably going to be my game plan. Why don't we hop up on this hill just to get some extra vision before we decide to move? Yeah, so I think this is probably the best plan. My plan as the Gauls is to always settle on flat land if possible and save the hill tiles for delicious mines. So why don't we move over there? And I am playing on with normal movement, not fast movement, and normal combat, not fast combat. If that gets old, I can change it. Let me know if you want me to speed things up. But I just, everyone uses the fast movement, and I think we can take it slow, just kind of enjoy our civ game. Although we are doing domination, where quick combat will probably become essential at some point. As far as what we want to tech into, I think the obvious choice is mines. Mining, this will let us chop woods and build mines, which is exactly what we want to do as soon as possible in the game. And why don't we go from there? All right, I want to keep exploring. I want to just get as much vision as I can with every movement. So usually I'll move on 2 flat tiles if I can. If I can't move 2 tiles, I'll try to get on a hill because you get a little bit of extra vision if you're on a hill. So I want to settle here. I shall. There we go. The one downside to settling here as opposed to here, say, is I'm not on the river, so I can't build the watermill. The watermill might have actually been a good bet, considering that I have a couple of, or a few. Wow, actually, yeah, maybe I should have settled on the river to get the watermill because there are a lot of farming improved bonus resources. But in any case, we have settled where we have settled, and we will leave it there. Is there any stone? There is some stone. We can do a quarry there. So, again, I want to save hills for mines, but this already looks like a decent Oppidum spot. We will keep an eye out for strategic resources as we go to see if we want to place the oppidum in a different place. But right now, this is going to get a +2 from the quarry on this stone and a +1 from having 2 adjacent mines. So that looks like a good oppidum spot. I want to set my defaults to food and production in the city, and I'm also going to, yeah, I don't have any good food tiles yet. Where is the first food tile? I could get a 2 food tile over there. Yeah, I don't have a lot of food. I'm probably going to want to set a farm right away. So this is the best tile I have. I'm just going to lock it in there. I'm going to choose my production. The first thing I want to get is a Gaysite, because I want to scout and I want to clear out barb camps. I can scout with a scout or a slinger, but the Gaysite, it's more expensive, but it's going to be more useful, and we want to prioritize our unique unit early in the game so that we get the most advantage from it. So I'm going to build that. And remember that it's expensive, but we will get 20% of the cost as culture. So since it costs 60 production, we will get 12 culture as soon as it's finished, which is a decent amount in the early game. That's at this point, that's 10 turns of culture, which is exactly what it takes to build. So by building the Gaysite, I'm effectively doubling my culture right now, which is really good. So let's just continue on from there. The other reason I want to clear barbarian encampments is that I am playing with secret societies on, and I want to get the Sanguine Pact, the vampires secret society. Let's just check that out. Okay. Let's move up this way. Alright, so this river keeps going. What river is this, I wonder? It is the Loire River. That makes sense. Okay. And I'm probably going to swing the Gaysite around in a circle just to get a good defensive view of all the territory surrounding me. So why don't we hop up on this hill now? Okay, we found the coast. And this is probably where we want to settle this city. Ordinarily, if I see this setup, I might settle on the coast and put, like, settle here, that's a plains hill, that'll be strong. Build a harbor right there, that'll be a strong harbor. The problem is, Gauls can't build harbors or any districts adjacent to the city center, any specialty districts, they can build aqueducts. So here, there is no point really to settling on the coast. That would just crush hill tiles that I could use for mines. So I'm pretty sure already that I want to settle here. Settling on this luxury resource will give me the luxury resource. It'll also give me the bonus faith from the luxury resource in the city. So this will be a good place to settle. Are there any... I don't see any stones. I don't see any strategics yet. Maybe there are some strategics. We will find out later. But there are 3 hill tiles around that I can use for mines. So that is probably where I want to settle that city. And I've already figured that out. Let's hop up on this hill now. Okay, move to... let's get... Can I get vision here? Yeah, okay, this hill will give me vision of all of this. Ah, there's a goody hut, so I should have moved there, but hindsight's 2020. Let's go get that goody hut. Our border's expanded to another maze tile. Getting this goody hut is good because it will most likely... Oh, it did not. It did not give us an invitation to one of the secret societies. It's only an 80% chance, I believe, so this was just that 1 in 5 chance where I didn't get the invitation to join a secret society, which is a shame because I really could have used that governor title. What I would have done with that governor title right away is probably get Liang and put her in my city and build a builder right away with an extra charge, which would have been fantastic. As things stand, I cannot get that extra charge. Let's see if I can buy any tiles. I can afford 1 tile, but I don't have any high food tiles around me. So what I might do is just save up my money, eventually maybe buy a wheat tile, or if my border grows towards the citrus, that would be maybe ideal. But right now, actually, I will get a builder, maybe two builders, because I want to improve mines right away and get my borders expanding as fast as possible. So we already have a couple of Geisite for defense and exploration. Why don't we move you over here, opposite this one? We'll keep this one moving. Let's move him there. I want a builder. I want to improve my territory. I also want a settler. The settler could be good. Because it's not like I have food to grow in here anyway, but the faster we get to the food, the better it will be. I am going to start researching bronze working and hope that we find some barbarians to kill. I might not hard research it all the way. That would be 27 turns. That's quite a long time. But I do want to find strategic resources as soon as possible and hopefully get to the Oppidum as soon as possible. So I'm using my Geisite for defense. I don't really have to go for archers right away like you would for some other civs. If I feel threatened, maybe I'll switch over to archery, build some slingers and so on. But right now I'm doing a greedy start with my Geisite, going for bronze working first and then iron working if I can. I think I will go for that early builder and start improving my tiles right away. And I will research craftsmanship because I plan on building those tiles. Let's slot in. I don't have any scouts, so discipline is an obvious choice. Hopefully I find some barbarians. And I'm going to put in God King so that I get a pantheon as soon as possible. Okay, I can only move one tile no matter which way I go, so I'll just move up onto this hill. Didn't give me any new site, but that's alright. I will move 2 tiles here. And what are we working? We're working a 1-2 tile. That's fine. We might as well be getting that extra production. And this is Tundra. We are in the global south. Let's hop up on the hill. We've got a geothermal fissure over here. This would be a great campus spot, but we can't put it on there because there is a luxury resource on it. But there might be other good campus spots around. Tundra usually has a lot of barbarians and goody huts, so it'll be useful to explore down in this direction. We can only move 1. Let's move up on the hill. There's a goody hut over here. We discovered foreign trade. The geothermal fissure is at a continental divide, as they usually are. So we are on Baltica, and we just discovered Pangea Ultima. And our next unit, let's go this way. This warrior, we want to swing down that way. This one will swing up that way. And we want to go for the goody hut. We found a barbarian, or the barbarian has found us. Let's get that goody hut right away. We discovered the Void Singers by finding the tribal village. That means we get a governor. Unfortunately, we did not get a governor title soon enough to get Liang, to get that extra builder charge. But we do have that governor title. I'm not going to put it into Void Singers. I want to save it for the Sanguine Pact. But I will use this builder immediately to do a couple things. I think priority right now is just food, so I'm going to improve my maze. Do those tiles. Food is crucial for growing your city in the early game to work as many tiles as possible, so that's what I'm going to prioritize. I think I will hop up, improve this mine, and then improve this maze, and then I'll save some other hills for another builder for another time, which craftsmanship will help us with. So we have that one governor title, but we're not going to spend it yet. If I decide to build another builder right away, then I will do that. I want to move this Geisite up to find the barbarian encampment that scout came from. So I'm going to just get a little extra vision there and then move up this way. And we already moved that one. We need production. I could go for a settler at this point. That would be pretty strong, but I think I will... Now that there's a barbarian coming and I only have this one Geisite, the scout could find my city and start spawning a lot of barbarians. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to go for another Geisite. And that's also going to give us a little extra culture. I don't want to research this beyond the boost because I already have a builder out. I'm going to get the boost for this soon anyway. The scout is moving upwards. Let's just see if we can cut it off. I want to get barbarian kills if I can. Lots of hills. Okay, so we're almost at the tech boost. I'm just going to switch it off now, and we'll finish it off later. The good thing about saving one turn of research is on a civic is that you can decide when you finish the civic, which means you can decide which turn you will change your policies in your government. So I'm just going to switch off to foreign trade right now, and that's good because when we do finish this Geisite, we've already boosted this, but that huge culture boost is, or 12, point culture boost is going to boost foreign trade and not make us go over our craftsmanship. So we're trying to play real optimally right now. Okay, the scout was just passing. Little AoE meme there. Just passing. Let's move here. We found Ubsuner Hollow. I believe that's in Russia. It could be like Ukraine, maybe, or maybe it's Siberia. I can't be. I could be wrong, but I don't remember exactly. Okay, now this mine tile is already better than this woods hill tile. So why don't we switch over? Work that for right now, but we'll switch over to food once we improve this maze. The good news is we're getting lots of gold from working this maze, so we should focus on spending that gold, and I might save up for a settler, or I might spend it on a builder. We will cross that bridge when we come to it, but given that we have all this maze around us, we want to play. We're getting less food than we could, and we're getting less production than we could, so we want to really make use of that early gold. Buying tiles could also be good, but it seems like a waste to buy these tiles when I could just build mines and improve the tiles and get the culture bomb. So I think I'll probably try to save my money and not buy tiles as much as possible. You have fallen into my trap. Alright, there we go. We found it just in time. It looks like Brussels is attacking it. We were the first to meet Brussels. We were not. We have been unlucky so far this game. We did not get invited to join. I believe it's the Owls of Minerva are the city-state envoy one, but at least we're getting some extra production in the capital from meeting Brussels first. That's pretty cool. And I want to improve this maze, get some food going. Uh-oh, Brussels, it looks like they're going to take it out because I can't attack this turn. So unless they get scared off, they're going to clear that encampment, which is bad for us. I wish Brussels would just leave the barbarians alone in this instance. But let's get our maze on. So now we have only one turn left to craftsmanship. We can finish that up and change our government policies whenever we want, and that is a good place to leave it until, if you need these cards right away, then you want to put them in, obviously. We only have 5 turns left on the Geisite. I think I'd rather just keep the combat strength against barbarians in for now, so I won't finish that off. But I will probably finish it off before too long. I want to keep God King in for another 15 turns, and then I'll take it out. Yeah, see, Brussels cleared up the barbarian camp. Rude. Hopefully we'll be able to get a kill on the scout. Not in this combat, but if we attack it now, yeah, then I believe we'll get the kill. It's not as good as clearing a camp, which would boost military tradition and hopefully give us access to the Singwin Pact, although we've had bad luck so far. So it's unfortunate that we didn't get this this barbarian camp, but at least we got one kill, which puts us a third of the way to boosting bronze working, which is exactly what we want to do. Let's see, governors, we still have one title. I want to work the food tiles now. Such a shame, because that's a nice, great mine tile, but 5 turns until growth, 5 turns until production. That's much better in the early game. Okay. Great Bath has been built. Yeah, I didn't stand a chance at that. Brussels has a pretty big military. Good for them. Okay, like I said, barbarians love the tundra because no one settles down there. So let's explore down that way. We'll either find goody huts or barbarians, and either one could be good for us. Let's clear out this direction, see what's... we found some coast, it looks like. I don't think that's a lake, I think that's coast. Yeah, coast. Simón Bolívar. Bolívar. Alright. I'll sample your hospitality. Do I want to send him a delegation? I think so. Well, where is he? I don't... Okay. I don't know where he is. Okay, I definitely don't want to move this unit next to the quadrireme. The quadrireme can take out my unit. That means I don't want to move towards this coastal tile either. I think I will just go around the mountain this way. I think I'll send him a delegation. It's a little bit of a waste of money, but I would like to keep him happy in the early game until I am ready to take him out, which won't be in the immediate future, but it'll be, hopefully, since he's my near neighbor, I want to take him out sooner rather than later, because he is an aggressive, snowbally domination civ and gets stronger as the game gets closer to the industrial era and peaks in the industrial era and beyond. So I want to take him out earlier. Right now, he likes highly promoted units. I will try to get promotions. I think he'll be happy with me as long as my units are more promoted than his. So hopefully I could keep him happy for a while. I don't have anything to sell him right away, but I sent him a delegation. Hopefully he doesn't immediately hate us, but we'll find out. There's the rest of Upsoner Hollow. In theory, we could get some holy sites around here and get some religion. The religion would help us. We could get the Crusade belief. That's something to keep in mind. Although I don't want to prioritize it. I would rather prioritize good Appada cities. This is a great location for an Appada. An Appadum, sorry. So I'm going to do that. By the way, I'm using Liugi's unique districts icon. That's why my Appadum will look slightly different than yours. I just like having those unique district icons. I'm also using a mod called Better Espionage Screen for spies, Better Trade Screen, and Souk Attract Simple UI, which does things like make it so you see the population that you're, which tiles you're working by hovering over your city. So just some simple mods like that. Nothing that really changes gameplay, just aesthetic and informational mods. Okay, yeah, so that's a good Oppidum because it would have 2 quarries next to it, and also could have 2 mine tiles. So this could get a +5 right away. It's out of range of this city, so we might choose to settle a different city here. We could settle it. We can't settle here and here, unfortunately. Maybe there's a better location on which to settle to get this Oppidum, but it looks like we might end up settling either here on this flatland, or because it's not a hill, or maybe just on the citrus, and maybe we'll get an aqueduct there eventually. But I'll pin that now, just to keep it in mind. So earlier I said this would be a great spot to settle on, and that's true, but this is an even better spot because of where the Oppidum could be. So that's how I'm really dictating my city placement in the early game with Gaul, is where can I build good Oppidum. I want to get the biggest bonuses to my industry as I can, because again, it's all about playing to your civ's strengths. And I'm going to settle a city in here at some point, probably build the oppidum either here or there. I'm going to want to settle somewhere where I can aqueduct to a mountain, because there's no river or lake in this area. And I'll put a campus or something in that area too. Maybe right there, that'd be a good campus spot. Alright, let's move you. We want to explore the tundra. Okay, there's a goody hut. Told you we'd find a goody hut down there. Or a barbarian camp. And next turn. Those guys must be cold. I don't know if their tartan is going to keep them warm enough. At least she's got, you know, a shirt on, unlike these dudes. Okay, we finished that. Let's get this goody hut, see what the world is going to give us. An envoy. Okay, an envoy is a pretty good bonus. We won't get any benefit from putting this into Brussels right away, because it takes 3 envoys to become suzerain, so I'm just going to hold on to the envoy for now. What do they want? They want a great general. That's something we want to do anyway. So that is all right. Let's... Where to send you? Do we want to send you that way towards Brussels or up? I think because I've already decided like this is going to be an oppidum, I want to explore around here, see what we can settle up there. So I'm going to move you upwards and onwards. I'm going to move you onto a hill. We found a diamonds tile, which is nice. This is tundra down here. It looks like, you know, this could be a good district, any kind of district, because it's going to have 5 mines around it. So we will see what kind of district we want to put here. It doesn't have to be an oppidum. We get better adjacency bonuses on our oppida with quarries and strategics. So once we, you know, find strategics, we will know better where to place those. Do I want to finish bronze working now, or do I switch off and try to find some barbarians? The virtue of just finishing it is I'll know where the iron is. Although, if I switched, I would switch over to animal husbandry. 9 turns. I think I just want to rush bronze working. There's really, I mean, I get the feeling that I'll research it and then find some barbarians to kill, but there's just no guarantee. I've already explored like a sizable portion of the map around me and haven't found any barbarians, so I think the play here is just finish bronze working, and then I don't have to worry. Well, but then I also do need to kill barbarian encampments for the Sanguine Pact. So maybe I do switch off, maybe I do horseback riding, find those strategics. I think I'm just going to go with this, because the faster I get to ironworking in my oppidum, the faster I get to apprenticeship, and that just really makes a strong early game for Gaul. So I'm just gonna show you that way. If you don't get the barbarians, you might consider just hard researching bronze working, like I'm gonna do. I want to leave in God King. I still want to get a Pantheon. Okay, so that's all gonna stay the same. I still have my 1 governor. I will put Liang in the city. I'm getting 10 gold per turn. That means I will be able to buy a builder in a few turns, like 5 turns. So I think I will get Liang in the city now, and I will buy a builder in 5 turns. And that will help us improve the city quite a bit. I want to explore up that way, and I think it's time to get a settler out. I could build a trader, but that's not going to help me in the short term, because I can't even settle or trade with anyone yet, because I don't have any cities with a clear route. This is you know, hidden in the fog. Let's see, so I have moved everything. I have to pick a civic. I will hold on to craftsmanship until I need it. Because I am buying a builder, not producing one, I don't need Ilkum. And because I'm not producing any military units, I don't need Agoge anytime soon. So I'm just going to put my culture into early empire, which once we settle another city, hopefully we'll get early empire fairly quickly. We're not getting it right now because we just don't have food in our capital, which sucks in the early game. It will be nice later on once we have a ton of mine tiles and so on. Let's just move you there. You can explore. Who did we meet? Ah, Armagh. Yeah, so now we got the invitation to join the Owls of Minerva. We got an extra governor title, which is great. I'm going to hang on to that in case we need it for anything. We don't need it on Liang anytime soon. But we were the first to meet Armagh, which is good. That means we have faith in the capital from them. That means we can switch off from craftsmanship and change our government right away, because we don't need that excess faith. We're not going for anything faith-based. So I'm going to switch over to craftsmanship now and remove God King from our government. Alternatively, you know, I could just pay 25 gold, but why do that when I can just manage my civics a little bit better and get it for free? Okay, am I still working the best tiles here? I am. I want to get that maze improved as well. In fact, I want to put a mine here, and then, oh yeah, actually this builder, the builder I'm going to buy is going to have 4 charges with Liang. I'm going to build a mine, get a culture bomb, and then improve all of these, and I will be very well fed at that point.
Without craftsmanship.
All right, so change policies, take out God King. I'm getting faith from Armagh. I believe that's an Irish city, which is great. It's a nice cousin of ours, our Gallic cousin there. I'm going to leave this in because hopefully I find some barbarians. I'm going to put in urban planning, which is the default. Once I have a source of faith that gets me to a pantheon, I usually take out God King and just go for urban planning. Okay. Yes, our Celtic cousins. Let me break this down for you in case there's any confusion about who the Gauls are. A brief history lesson here. So the Gauls are a Celtic people. Western Europe, around the classical period, the ancient period, was dominated by, I would say, 3 main families of peoples. There was the Greco-Roman people that spoke Greek and Latin, which is sort of a descendant of Greek. There were Celtic peoples and there were Germanic peoples. The Gauls are Celtic. The Scots, the Picts, the Manx, the Welsh, I believe, the Irish, who were the Gaels, all descended from Celts. The Britons were also a Celtic people who lived in what is now England. The Anglo-Saxons, the Angles and the Saxons who took over England were Germanic. The Franks who took over France from the Gauls were Germanic. The Gauls were lived in France and Belgium and part of Germany, so Central Europe. And the Romans did not get on well with them. Julius Caesar basically exterminated several Gallic tribes, although several Celtic peoples obviously did survive. Just not really the Gauls. I think there was probably a slight diaspora of the Gauls after Caesar's Gallic Wars. So anyway, that's a brief history of the Gauls and who they are, in case you didn't know. Most of what we know about the Gauls comes not from their own writings. I don't think we have any writings from Gauls. We know about them through the Greeks and the Romans, which is why so many of the words we know from the Gallic language are actually Hellenizations or Latinizations of their words, just like the Geisite is a Hellenization / Latinization. Okay, let's keep going with early empire. We're going to save our governor title. Let's move you there. Let's see, hills there. Let's just go for the woods. Okay, there's a stone there. So, you know, there's an Oppidum location in the vicinity, but we might have to take out Armagh if we're going to go for that. Let's go to the woods, into the woods. Anything else I need to do? Oh yeah, okay, I'm just going to hard research. Bronze working. Oh, let's get the hill site. Any rivers this way? Doesn't appear to be. All right, one more turn and I can buy a builder. Okay. So I mistimed Liang by one turn, but that's fine. Oh, it's because my gold per turn decreased to 9 instead of 10. I don't know why that is. How did I lose a gold? Oh, God King. God King was giving me 1 extra gold. Okay. So that could have been a reason to keep it in, but that was just 10% of my gold for now. So how to think about whether God King or urban planning. The gold, for one thing, gold is worth less than production. 1 production is better than 1 gold. That's just always true. But also, I was getting 10 gold, which means God King was like 10% of my gold. And right now, I have 9 production. 1/9 of the production is urban planning. So, in addition to the fact that production is worth more than gold in general, the proportion of my production represented by urban planning is higher than the proportion of gold that I would get from the percentage increase I would get in gold from God King. So that's how, if you really want to play optimally, which is sometimes necessary if you want to beat Deity, that's the kind of mathematical thinking that you want to use in this game. Okay, let me just, I think I might have accidentally disabled chat. I can't see the chat for some reason. I just wanted to check to see if anyone was asking any questions, something I could something I could answer. I can't find chat right now, even though I think it's enabled. Oh well. Okay, so I'll just keep playing. I'll buy me onesie. Alright. Okay, so no rivers up here. It doesn't look like. Since this is such a strong Upadum location, I think I probably do want to settle here, since I can't settle both of these 2 tiles. So I'll settle here. Eventually I'll build an aqueduct there. And I think eventually I'll probably, actually, I'll probably build a commercial hub in like one of these 2 tiles or something. So, yeah. Let's clear up this land, this stuff up there. Yeah, okay, so we'll go there. And, oh yeah, buy the builder. Ka-ching. We're gonna get a lot of good use out of that. Let's move you to Culture Bomb. The Mediterranean Sea looks very small. Maybe it continues over this way. Is this Mediterranean? Nope, this is the Adriatic Sea. Okay, the Mediterranean Sea, very, very tiny. But it does have a quadrireme in it, which is bad for us. Okay, we got mountains. What's the continents look like? Okay, yeah, so this is Pangea Ultima. Let's explode. She hit the flow to explode. She got low, 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 low. Oh, God King. Okay, God King, or Pantheon. Pantheon's gonna give us some era score, but we, in Deity, even with our Geisite +4 era score, the Deity just starts more advanced than you, and the AI's performance obviously affects the speed at which age is advanced. So we are now 10 turns from the next age, and it looks like we're going to go into a dark age. And we are playing in dramatic ages mode, where at the start of a dark age, cities will rebel, no matter what. It doesn't matter like how much loyalty. Some amount of cities will rebel. So what this tells me is I might just delay settling this city until the next age. So I might. It's already the settler will build in 2 turns. It'll take a few turns to march over here, but I might just not settle because if I settle it, my capital will never rebel. So if I only have one city, I don't have to worry about going into the Dark Age. But if I settle it right before switching over into a Dark Age, I can almost guarantee that that city will rebel, and then I'll have to retake it. So part of my strategy right now is just let the era come, and hopefully we'll do better in the Dark Age to get a medieval Golden Age, which will be very helpful. As far as pantheons, what do we want? Let me see. Okay, so we could get a free builder in the capital. I believe it would get the +1. We do have a lot of tiles we want to improve, so that could be useful. I don't really need faith. Let's see. I don't have plantations around me. God of Craftsmen could be good. I am going to be looking for strategic resources. This is going to give us +1 production on strategic resources, make them very strong. Mines, faith from quarries could be good, but we don't really want faith. We don't have a lot of camps around us. We don't have a lot of pastures around us. We don't have a lot of ships. Not a lot of marsh, not a lot of oasis. So if I were going for any wonders, Monument to the Gods could be good. If I were going to go for a religion, science, or culture, Divine Spark could be good. I think with the options we have, the clear choice is either the Free Builder for fertility rights or God of Craftsmen. I think God of Craftsmen will... Well, I was going to say God of Craftsmen will give us more return, but honestly, just early in the game, having that free builder and then having city growth rate higher, especially when I'm like kind of poor, food poor right now, that could be really good. And getting that free builder means we don't have to build one or buy one. And we have a governor title to spare right now. I might switch over and get Magnus and do some chopping, which would really accept, because I do want to clear this woods and this woods anyway. So maybe I'm just going to try the free builder in this case. I'm going to go with fertility rights. So we are some very fertile Gauls. God of Craftsmen would have been my second choice there. So let's just try this out. Plus I'm curious to see if it does get the charge, and it does. So if you're going to get that builder, it is nice to have Liang in your capital already. And remember, in the base game, you wouldn't get a governor until you have one of these 2 civics researched, but in this case, because I'm playing Secret Societies, I got governor titles earlier. So Secret Societies is a strong mode, unlike Apocalypse mode, which just makes things harder for you. Secret Societies just helps you. It just makes things easier. In theory, it also makes things easier for your opponents, so it should even out, although I've noticed that the AI doesn't make as strong a use of the secret societies as a human player would. But in any case, secret societies, it just helps. It just really makes your early game, it makes your whole game that much better. I know there's a quadrireme around here, so I'm a little wary of getting shot at, but I know I will be able to run away to safety away from this coast, so I don't mind hopping up on this hill, seeing where it takes us. Okay, so there's a little bit of territory here. This could be a good Oppidum spot if we eventually settle in this direction. We still haven't run into any enemy major civs, but I'm going to pin that just in case. If I ever decide to take Armagh, which I might do, unify the Celtic peoples, that's what I'm going to do. I might put an Oppidum down there. Okay, so we already got great use out of Liang. 2 builders in the capital. I think it's time to put in Magnus. So I'm going to appoint Magnus right away. And he's going to help me as I chop. So I'm going to put Magnus in Aduatuca. The only downside of putting in Magnus now is if I find a goody hut that gives me a free builder, it will no longer give me that extra charge because I took out Liang, but it's good. It's fine to put in Magnus because I do plan on chopping this hill and this woods right away. Okay, in fact, why don't I head over in that direction, because I want to clear this land for my Oppidum as soon as possible, and you are going to put a mine down as soon as possible.
I'm also interested in creating...
Bronze will last for thousands of years. Okay. So I want to slow down this settler because I don't want to settle it right away anyway. So I'm just going to immediately switch this tile over to the 2 food tile. That's going to have our turns until city growth. And it'll still only take 1 turn for the settler to finish. Okay. There's iron. Okay, we did get some iron. Unfortunately, we will have to do a little bit of chopping and mining in order to get a culture bomb to include it. So let's see what I want to do. I want to spend. I have 7 charges on builders right now. I know I want to chop this. I think I will move this guy over, chop this, build a mine, build a mine, build a mine. So 3 charges. Wait. Chop, build, build, build. So I need 4 charges over there. I'll start sending it. I'll make this guy chop, and then I'll send him over to build the iron mine. So I was gonna go for food. It still might make sense to go for food. Maybe I should just get another builder in here. Actually, I definitely want to chop. Maybe I'll chop out a builder. I'm going very builder heavy with Gaul. I think you have to. I think that's the strategy for them because they rely on mines and spread their territory by building mines. So I think going builder heavy, going builder crazy even is the smart play. Okay, so I think Simone is somewhere in this direction because his slinger is up there. I don't want to go. Is this in the Mediterranean? No, this is Trondheimsfjorden, which suggests to me that Norway is up in that direction. Well, as long as I don't have to worry about the Mediterranean quadrireme, I guess I can go ahead and move this Geisite up there. And since I plan on putting down an iron mine and I'm not under threat, I am just going to beeline for ironworking. I will be able to build an iron mine in time to benefit from that. And I have to remind myself to switch off of this before we get too far. In fact, why don't I switch off right now? Because I don't need cards right away. How's this gonna do? No, I'll stay on it for now. But any other units? No. Okay. We met. Oh, the Ethiopians, not the Norwegians. Minilik. Salam. Salam to you. Alright. Okay, so there's Addis Ababa. I will send him a delegation as soon as we can, which is right now. The beauty of the roof of Africa. Oh, that's nice. He accepted our delegation. What a pal. Okay, so we see iron now. We didn't see iron before. So we might, in light of that, revise our plans. Actually, it looks like there's some iron down there, but that's tundra. I mean, we probably will settle around here eventually because, let's see. Yeah, this could be an okay Oppidum. I'll just put a pin there now. Because it'll get +2 from that. It'll get +1 from having 2 mines. There's another mine tile right there, I think. Is that hill? Show me! Yeah, that's hill. Okay, just making sure. So that could be an okay Oppidum, but there's no fresh water and it's mostly tundra. So we're on strategic balance, which is why we have this iron in our territory, but we don't have a lot of iron. So iron didn't really affect where we wanted to settle. Horseback riding probably will, and horseback riding, in fact, might be worth it to get horseback riding before ironworking, just so I know where the horses are, so I can make the best decision about where to place my oppidum. On the other hand, say I wanted to put my oppidum here, but maybe I discover there's a horse on it, so maybe I don't want to do that after all. Okay, so here I'm getting a +3 for the oppidum. Actually, I'm getting, yeah, I would get a +2 from that. 2 mines make +3. Here I would also be getting, yeah, here I'd also be getting +2 from the strategic, and then +1 from having at least 2 mines. Here would be even better because I can get, oh no, that's a flat plains. Okay, so yeah. Maybe I don't chop this out right away. Maybe I just, yeah, maybe I just do this side of my empire and put the oppidum right here. So why don't we switch it up? Still kind of regretting not settling here and getting the water mill later on, but that's all right. So I believe I still want to settle this city over here for now. This could be a decent spot right here instead of there, just for that fresh water in the early game, because we won't have access to the aqueduct anytime soon. That's what I'm thinking. On the other hand, this is where I want it, like in the long term. One, two, three. It would just take so long to get out to that tile. I'd have to put a mine down, and then that'll culture bomb to the wheat, and I'd have to then buy that tile to put down the oppidum. Not a lot of great settling locations on this map that spawned. Let's just do some exploring. Ah, Simone, I found you at long last. Yeah, I think settling here is okay. I can get a granary in the city before I need an aqueduct, so that'll be all right. Now what I want to build, I could go... I mean, I'm going for domination, but they're too far away from me to go straight for domination. So I'm really going to have to build a normal, peaceful sort of economic empire to start out with. Do I want a trader? Is that the next thing I want? Can I get any advantages through trading? This quest is a great general. This one is military tradition. So one more reason to find a barbarian, which I just cannot do for the life of me, it seems. Maybe if I move this guy and really explore this tundra, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because maybe there's a barbarian down there somewhere. So I don't want to build an encampment right away. I don't need a great general that early. And I want to save my district slot for the oppidum. Could go for another builder. I don't really need more military right now, I don't think. I mean, Simone might head in this direction, but I have an eye on him at least. And I probably don't want to train military until I have the card in. Oh, choices. What do I do here? I could go for a monument. In fact, I think I will go for a monument, although... So, if I went for a monument, I mean, that would give me lots of good culture, but I could also build military and get culture. The only thing is, I would rather have the Agoge card in if I'm going to train military. So I'm just going to go for the monument right now. I'll chop out the monument too, so that'll be nice and quick. Okay, so we want food. We'll grow in 6 turns. Okay, I'm just gonna improve this real quick. I've decided to move this oppidum down here, which is good because it's farther away from this oppidum, so we'll get more like factory coverage later on that way. This would also be a good Ruhr Valley spot, I just noticed. Either one of these. This would not have a Ruhr Valley spot. Okay, so instead of chopping that right now, I'll just go that way. Hanging Gardens has been built. Okay, Menelik doesn't like us either. What does Menelik like? I think he likes people who avoid hills. Yeah. Well, I'll leave areas near hills to him. Oh, that's just impossible on this map, so he's just going to hate me no matter what. The Inca are probably going to hate me no matter what as well, because I do plan on probably settling on mountains or near mountains. Okay, so let's do that. Now we're farming with gasoline now. So 4 turns until growth. We're gonna prioritize food, and then we're gonna get lots of production. Okay, so I'm exploring down here with you. We might as well just improve that. We got 3 charges here, 1 charge here, so we'll chop, and then this guy will mine. Panama. Panama. Where'd you come from? That's a good thing I brought this warrior back, because apparently there's a barbarian somewhere in this area. Okay, so it looks like Ethiopia has settled in this direction, so we're probably not going to be able to settle a city that way. We are going to need to go to aqueducts pretty fast, just because there's not a lot of fresh water around us, but we do have a lot of mountains. Okay, let's move you there. So this Gaisate is going to try to find this encampment. This guy we want to settle on the coast. The main reason I'm settling here on the coast is, well, we'll get the bonus, the luxury resource, which is good. We can sell it, and we'll get the extra yields. But ordinarily, I would settle inland with Gauls, because I can't build the harbor adjacent to the city center anyway. So in this case, if this citrus wasn't here, I would almost certainly settle here and build the harbor there. But in this case, I'll settle here on the citrus. It's closer to where I want to put my oppidum anyway. And then if I want later, I might build a harbor there. So why don't I put some pins down just to remind myself the harbor might go here. Get some chops going. So I've been taking this game nice and slow, I've noticed. I'm still in the ancient era for another 6 turns, so I'll probably end this stream once I move over to the classical era. Okay, so that scout is returning to the tundra. It looks like it's moving this way though, so maybe the barbarians are more in that direction, but that's fine. Well, if he's reporting back, a bunch of barbarians are going to spawn, so I'm going to just move this Gaisate down, and we're going to pincer these barbarians here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to switch off of early empire, because I'm not going to get that anytime soon. I should go to state workforce instead. I'm not getting a lot of culture. I will get more culture once I finish up my monument, which I will do. Well, I could do it now. I guess I might as well. Alright. Now what do I want? How much would this be to change my policies? Only 25 gold. Well, okay, I'm gonna get a bonus from against barbarians. Maybe I just go for a settler or something, or a builder. What do I want? What do I need? Maybe I'll get a slinger. I'll get a slinger so I can see if I get the boost to archery. Just keep exploring with you. Okay, that revealed no information. Yeah, so it would be nice to have the card in for Agoge to increase my military production. But I think, given that I'm about to be swarmed by barbarians, I might as well just leave the barbarian card in. So that'll do. That'll do. Boom! Culture bomb. Apprenticeship. Well, we didn't need to boost apprenticeship because we're going to get it for free from building the oppidum, but still, we got a boost. It's always cause for celebration. Why not? Okay, campus spot here, one of those. Let's see, this would be, darn, why isn't that rainforest? That would be ideal. So maybe, no. Oh, that is a gem of an oppidum spot. When we take Panama, hopefully they haven't built an industrial zone. Okay, so like we said before, there's iron down there. We want to get over, build an iron mine. That's where we're headed. Okay, move you down. There, let's just get vision here. Okay. Still not a lot of fresh water around us. But, okay. So like I said before, ordinarily I'd say, hey, it's time to settle. But because I don't want that city to rebel in 3 turns, I am just going to wait. Settle at the start of the Dark Age.
¿Puedo daros una advertencia? Cambiad vuestros métodos, o los que lideran los ejércitos lo harán por vos.
Well, trust me, I'm trying to promote my armies. I just haven't found anyone to fight. Okay. Moving on down the road. I think it's probably, yeah, it's working one of those. I want to work a food tile, please. Let's just do that one. So I grow faster. Okay, I almost clicked settle out of habit there. Let's just move you up that way. Yeah, Simone's coming after me. You can already tell. So I'm going to need a spearman after I finish this slinger. And I think I'll be greedy and try to finish ironworking, but and just rely on, like I said, rely on my Gay Cité to defend me in the early game. But right after that, I'm definitely going to go for some horseback riding and archery. Or animal husbandry and archery, rather. Oh, you motherfucker. If he tries to take that settler. If this were a human player, he definitely would take that settler. But I can settle it this turn. I guess if it were a human player, he already would have taken that settler. So I should have properly escorted it, but luckily it didn't. So because I didn't settle that city, I didn't have anything rebel at the start of this Dark Age. So there aren't any problems for me. This is also well within my capital's loyalty pressure range, so I don't have to worry about his loyalty pressure, although if I moved any closer, it definitely would. While I'm already... So this is also a place I could settle. I'd have to move the harbor differently. And I could still build an aqueduct to this mountain and just like capture more of this territory. And then I could settle there. I think I like where this is. I think this is fine. This will be a nice sort of defensive area, even though I could get closer to those mountains, put a campus down. This would actually be a +3 campus, 2 from the mountains, 1 from having 2 mines adjacent. So why don't I Well, that does tempt me then, because I could settle there, aqueduct there. That's a hill, so I'd get 2 mines, 2 mountains. This would also be, either one of these could be a good campus spot. I'll probably just settle this city here. But I'll think about it. At any rate, that was the end of the Ancient Era. We just rolled over to the Classical Era. So that is the end of this video. So thank you for watching. If you liked, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. I'm definitely happier to play the game more quickly for those who would rather it that way. But if you liked my rambling divergence into history and languages and strategy, I'm also happy to keep rambling. So just let me know what you like, and hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye.